everyone, and welcome to the Media Speaks Live Sunday morning news show. You cannot see me, you can only see my screen, but you can hear what is going on. Hail to the chief, the 45th president of the United States.
Thank God.
Donald John Trump.
Thank God, DLAKE.
Point two there in the crowds. Okay, there's some mixed reporting about how many people were there, but obviously you can see all the way to the Lincoln Memorial miles of people. The inauguration was amazing. The speech I thought was great. All the pundits and the talking heads say that Trump just appealed to his fan base for his inaugural speech. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. I loved it. I thought it was great. Sam, how did you feel about Trump's speech yesterday? Let's get into it. We are joined by Sam I.B. DeGangi, Sam of the Correct Views and the Band Passing Time, Samuel First Show, new president.
Greetings, unsettled souls. If I look sleepy, it's because my birthday is Wednesday, but we've celebrated all weekend long. So yeah, I've been up since like 9 p.m. yesterday. So I'm here briefly to do my updates, but I don't know how long I'm going to be with everyone. But hello.
What a dedicated reporter. Thank you, Sam, for joining us today. We are also joined by Anne Marie. And Anne, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good. It's been a bright, sunny Ohio day. The weather's been warm here. And Sam, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And all the little snowflakes are melting. Is that right?
Yeah, it was warm. It's been warm.
It's got a warm spot. It usually hits around February. It actually hit a little earlier this year.
Okay, it was some.
We're probably more snow is going to be drilling us.
There was some sprinkling and some raining going on at the inaugural during Trump's inauguration speech, and that's our first topic. How did you feel about the speech, Anne Marie? Was it dark and militant? Did you get your talking points this morning? Was it dark and militant?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really. I don't know. He doesn't really appeal to me.
Emery, when you open your heart to patriotism, there is no room for prejudice. Sam, whether you are black, brown, or white, we all bleed the same red blood of patriots. Were you guys not turned on by those elements of the speech? Sam?
I like that a lot. I think, and this is what made me the happiest. What made me the absolute happiest was not what he said, but what he did. When he took down the climate change section of whitehouse.gov, I am happier and more proud of him than I have been at any point during the entire run. I am thrilled.
Wait a second, Sam. He also took down any mention of the LGBT community, and are you concerned about that?
No, because we are one America. I'm tired of being 50 different Americas. I don't care if you're gay or not. You're an American. You don't need your own damn page. I don't need a white boy page. Get over it.
Emery, how did you feel about that? And were you wearing a pussy hat yesterday, Emery?
No. Well, with the pussy hat thing, I want to talk about that too. But quickly, the climate change, I believe in that there's global warming. I mean, there's science to back that up, and I believe the science.
It's been disproven heavily.
It's an argument that we've had on the show quite a few times, especially.
Yes, but taking it down, I don't think that's. I think that's another CEO move. I mean, the CEOs of corporations don't want their corporations regulated. They don't want government regulations. They're not going to protect our environment. So taking that down is a signal.
I'm sorry, we're talking about
taking it down from the website.
Right, and I'm on the website.
That's important because, I mean, it really is an important thing. The environment is important, and the corporations don't want it. That's what they want, especially Republicans pander to these CEOs and the rich. They pander to these corporations.
And real quickly, And real quickly, though, Anne-Marie, I mean, the whitehouse.gov website that I'm on just actually, switched hands on Friday. I mean, it's actually really pretty sparse. But he does have his issues listed here. There's America First Energy Plan, America First Foreign Policy, bringing back jobs and growth, making our military strong again, standing up for our law enforcement community, trade deals, working for all Americans. This is day 2. I mean, obviously, we're just getting started, but we're going to work together. Let's make America great again together. The movement continues. The work begins. Donald J. Trump, definitely a worker. I think we hired, a businessman, a worker type. And, I think it's in our best interest to have positive feelings about the captain of the ship at this time. Don't you think? The pilot?
Well, I am seeing some people say that, like let's get behind the president. What I think about the protests and the pussy hats and everything like that.
And the Women's March yesterday that they said had more people than the actual inauguration, and Madonna saying she sometimes thinks about blowing up the White House, and also some other stuff.
Right.
Like, Ashley Judd, and I don't know how you felt about Ashley Judd's rap, if you saw that one.
Yeah, I saw Madonna, Ashley Judd. What I have to say about them real quick about those two is that these are influential people. They have a voice, they have a microphone. And the Women's March, at least you know what they were marching for, But when they come out, well, what I'm saying is
turning nasty.
Well, what I'm saying is with Madonna and Ashley Judd, they're very influential. They have a microphone. Why not do this before the election? We know when we knew what day the election was.
They tried. She tried. The whore offered free blowjobs to everybody, and she didn't keep her promise.
But I'm saying they could have done. I think they could have done this a lot more. Even
this was Soros funded. The entire thing was Soros funded. There wouldn't have even been a real march if it wasn't for Soros. It's one of the leading stories on Prison Planet. It's a lefty Soros march paid for by one of the most evil people in the world.
Well, what I think though about the pussy hat.
Sam, you don't have all the evidence to back that up, but who made all the money?
No, wait, no, hold on, I do. Hold on. Give me 1 minute, as a matter of fact. I just have to get the article.
But see, I don't even want to go there because that's like a conspiracy theory,
it's not. The man's admitted he did it.
But what I'm saying is what day the election is. If you're going to have a march, if you're going to have a women's march, you're going to shut down Manhattan. He's in Trump Tower. He didn't even his wife and kid are still at Trump Tower. If you're going to shut down the city, you're going to go march in Washington, D.C., do it before the election. They should have done all this stuff before the election.
And you want wait, DLAKE.
It was millions in Washington, D.C. It sprawled. It was sprawling in New York City. It was sprawling out here in Los Angeles, even San Diego. Some people I know attended a woman's thing out here. I mean, and Aziz says, a whole gender turned against Trump. But to Anne-Marie's point, why was it the day after? I mean, how significant is the day after?
Yeah, I mean, we know if something happens. Exactly.
Yeah,
if something
I can answer the question if I'm allowed to.
No, Sam, Anne-Marie, what was your next thought, Anne-Marie? No, I'm just kidding. Sam, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Sam.
With Soros, what he has done, and this is from NYT Live, it's by Asra Q. Namani, and it's billionaire George Soros has ties to more than 50 partners of the Women's March on Washington. As someone who voted for Trump, I don't feel welcome, nor do many other women who rejected the liberal identity politics that is the core underpinnings of the march, so far making white women feel unwelcome, nixing women who oppose abortion, and hijacking the agenda.
Wait, white women unwelcome? It was all white women from mostly.
By my draft research, which is opening to the crowd, the Google Docs, Soros has funded or has close relationships with, and it lists all 56. With all of the links that go to all of them. Trust me, if I read them, we won't have any listeners left. It is not a theory. It is absolutely proven with the entire trail for anybody that wants to read it.
But see, it's almost like 7 degrees of, or 6 degrees of like Kevin Bacon. I mean, a lot of these rich people know each
if
other.
he's funding the people who are at the march, then he gave them the money. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, okay, but back to this like thing, like, like what I'm saying is Madonna has a voice. She appeals to, like, right now I'm 40 years old, so I grew up with Madonna. She doesn't, her new music doesn't appeal to me, but she has a voice and she has a microphone.
You said before, I mean, Katy Perry, Ashley Judd, Madonna.
Yeah, but D-Lake and I grew up with her too, and we hate her. I mean, it goes both ways.
I don't hate her. I mean, she's acting erratically lately, but I mean,
lately, yeah, she's been crazy since she went to the Kabbalah shit.
Michael Jackson was still alive. I posted that picture where Michael Jackson could have been performing at the inaugural if he wasn't dead, thanks to Sony. But Anne Marie's point is that these women have a microphone. So
yeah, and Trump appealed. Like, he actually got the white women.
Did Madonna affect Anne-Marie? One quick question. Did Madonna effectively use her microphone by dropping an F-bomb 4 times on live television?
Oh, well, and plus she was like inciting, violence by saying that she wants to, like, didn't she say she wants to, like, burn down the White House? I mean,
there's links this morning that she's being investigated.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that she tried to incite violence. But my point is that this is a fact. White middle class American women did come out and they did vote for Trump. They did. They voted for him. And
because they know that they saw past the lies about the poor man.
But these are the same women who might have been influenced by these celebrities like Madonna and things like that, because, well, I'm just saying that she should have used her microphone.
She had
been.
You're missing it. She offered blowjobs and everything else. She was all over the place before the election. How could you
But even
miss
the
it?
protest. No, but I'm just saying the protest. Like, all these people marching.
Yeah, but they couldn't until after the first of the year because it's funded by Soros and the taxes weren't free till then, is what I'm saying to you. They couldn't.
I know, but say I wanted to march. I don't like Trump. I didn't get paid from Soros. I'm sure there's some people out there that are just regular people.
But if you would have joined any of the groups that were marching, you would have been paid for to have gone. Thanks to Soros.
You weren't paid by Soros, and I wasn't influenced by Vladimir Putin. So everything's. And I said, when they were marching all over 19 hours ago, I said, "Thank you, women." The whole gender of women, all women. I said, we all love pussy. It's a simple equation. I mean, men, women, there's a whole biological thing. We all love it, okay?
They're the ones who had to make a big deal out of it, and now they're mad that his supporters refused to let us tarnish him, and we're giving it back to them, and they hate it.
Well, this is what...
Did you guys see on day one yesterday, before I think he went to the CIA in Langley, and gave a speech that was heavily edited by the news to make it sound, more aggressive than it was, when they were all clapping and cheering and loving everything that he was saying. Right there, he's signing like all his cabinet picks. He's basically signing a form for each individual by name that is to be, confirmed by the Senate. And Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Paul Ryan and others that were gathered around him were fighting over the historic pens. Like, he kept switching pens to sign in his cabinet members. And then a little kid, one of his grandkids was giving him the pens. And congressional members were fighting over which historic pen they wanted. Like, Chuck Schumer tried to trade, Ben Carson for the new Tom Price or somebody else, and they were all fighting over the pens. Did you guys see that?
They're ridiculous. He should have just used one pen and spoiled all their days. Ridiculous.
There was a point where he kept signing like 4 or 5 of them with one pen, and they're like, yo. You gotta sign each one with a different pen so that the the pen will be
The
historic.
vultures can take it. Yeah, the vultures can come after.
And the vultures were surrounding him, and it's so funny. Nancy is right there, and he's even joking. He's like, "Oh, I bet Nancy wants this one." Yeah.
Okay, this is my point.
Over fans, I posted that. I've been right there all along. Remember when on the 20th, when the Senate finally confirmed Mad Dog for defense and some other quotes that I already talked about? Oh, the Old Man Logan trailer. Okay, let's get off DLAKE's Facebook page. Go ahead, Amory.
Okay, well, another couple of things is, to other countries, what does this look like when we have all these protests?
They're so
like
scared.
on the day of the election, we're basically, it looks like we're protesting our president and the process. That's what I don't like. I believe in a democracy, and I think.
Well, that's not going to be a surprise. It happened to Putin when he got elected. It happened to I think it happened to Trudeau to some degree. It happens every time he gets elected anymore.
It doesn't look good to other countries. It looks like we're a country divided by protesting our own president. It looks like we're a country divided and that there's some chaos.
Well, yeah, for sure.
I don't like that look of division, but I feel it's perpetrated by the mainstream media that's going to fall by the wayside. But Sam, you remember when Russia prosecuted a Pussy Riot?
Yes,
I do.
And I mean, with all the pussy hats that came out yesterday, and the 11-year-old tape of Donald Trump bragging to Billy Bush that when you're rich and famous, there is a cross-section of chicks that will, just let you do whatever you want, including, GM by the P. And, I don't know if that's sexual assault if they quote unquote, just let you do it. So, but Sam, how do you feel about the use? And I mean, Amory, I don't want to put you on the spot as the only female on the show right now, but how do you guys feel about the overuse of the P word?
I look at it this way. It would have never come up if they didn't decide they wanted to make a big deal out of something that he said a long time ago and try to slander him with it. And the people that are worried about much bigger issues, like me personally, getting the climate change taken off of whitehouse.gov, we don't really care too much about what he said about somebody else's pussy. It's kind of like, and I've mentioned this analogy to DLAKE before, when the 9 Inch Nails shirts came out that said "Now I'm nothing." It was a way of saying we refuse to let the fact that you think we're nothing be something that it was like, fuck you, we're gonna wear a "Now I'm nothing" t-shirt. Now what are you gonna say?
When you brought that
That's
up,
what all these pussy hats are becoming. This is another version of that, and I am thrilled by it.
But the last time you brought that up, you compared it to the deplorable.
Yeah, the same thing. Yes.
So you feel like the pussy hats are similar to the deplorables?
Especially when the women wear it, yes.
I thought the deplorables and the pussy hats were opposed to one another in this.
No, the point is, you're missing what I'm saying. They're both being used as they were supposed to be used against us, and now we're using it against those that don't like us.
And I believe at the time, I mean, I thought I said it was similar to black people, I mean, at one point, taking on the N-word.
Yes.
Like NWA kind of thing, like a revolutionary type of thing. So, Amory, are pussy hats revolutionary? Is this a revolution that's happening among the woman gender? Do the men have to get together and say that we need to eliminate the women at this point with their pussy hats? No,
love pussy hats.
Love pussy and pussy hats. It's a simple equation, exactly like I said. What is this one gender against another civil war? It's going to be men against women, Amory? Is that what it's going to be? Why shouldn't it be birthdays? Sam's birthday is coming up. What does that make you, Sam? A Capricorn or something?
Aquarius.
Oh, Aquarius. Oh, geez. That's getting pretty close to where I'm at because I'm on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces. But look, I say we go to war based on your birthday. Amory, give a shout out to your birthday. And your sign.
August 14th, Leo. But the pussy hat.
The lion. She's rolling with the Lion Clan. Look, that's cool. But I'm part of the 13th Warrior Clan because I'm on the cusp. So the cusp people are actually the 13th Warriors. Thank you.
Yeah, but the Pisces is like a water sign, and that sometimes waters down my fire. So I'd rather have you be on the cusp of the Aquarius.
Yeah, I'm Aquarius.
I'd rather have you be more Aquarius.
Yeah,
I like more Aquarius traits than Pisces, traits. Although, because they say that waters down the fire. But okay, this is what I have to say. But we are compatibles. We looked that up. But the thing about the pussy hats is, they did this because Trump said, grab them by the pussy. And where were these people? And I'm sure some of these women are Democrat and are liberal. And I think, well, where were they before Bill Clinton was elected? Because he actually possibly sexually assaulted women, used his power, his position of power, to take advantage of women. And there should have been pussy hats then too. You can't just have pussy hats because Trump, now because Trump is a Republican and he said grab him by the pussy, which has been released and we know he said it. But with Bill Clinton, his position of power. And
what with Bill Clinton, what we had was a tirade of people yelling and a whole sort of contest, sort of thing where people were shouting out, trying to be on live news, mainstream media, yelling Bill Clinton is a rapist. And this is actually just sort of this is prior to quote unquote fake news, but maybe then you start to see how quote unquote fake news spawned when people were interrupting Hillary things with Bill Clinton as a rapist. Look at this picture. Look at this too. And this gentlemen that are like, what the fuck?
But my question is, some of these people and some of these women that were marching, I'm for women's rights, but I don't want to be hypocritical. I mean, I don't forgive Bill Clinton for using his position of power. I mean, that's what sexual harassment is. When you harass somebody, you're usually in a position of power. He used his position of power, and I do believe those women.
When you talk about sexual harassment in the workplace, do you think about Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky?
No, not Monica. No, actually, I don't. When I look at Monica, and this is where I'm probably going to shock Anne Marie, it's the one time that I sided with Clinton. I didn't like that he lied, but
but that was an affair.
She was over the age of 21. My wife is in the room, so I don't mean this is in a bad way. But before I met my wife, I was 36, and I'd gone out with a girl that was 18. And unfortunately, this girl had a drug problem, and it didn't work. But we were compatible at the time that we had gone out in every possible way. And I remember, even thinking, she was an adult. He didn't, on that particular one, at least in terms from a moral standpoint, other than what he did to his quote-unquote wife, who I think has probably not been his real wife. And I know why he did it, because she doesn't care. But in terms of the public eye, what he did to his wife was wrong. But I didn't feel that he took advantage of Monica. She was over the age of 18.
We're talking about a story that happened in the late 80s, early 90s that was revived when the former First Lady, Senator, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton decides to run for president. Obviously, she lost. She was there at the inauguration of Donald Trump yesterday. Why? Because she's the former First Lady and Bill Clinton is a former first president. One of the first things he said in his speech is he thanked President Clinton. He meant Bill, not Hillary. He thanked Obama, said Obama and Barack and Michelle were both magnificent. That was right before he proceeded to cut down the past 40 years of the United States government and handed it back to the people in what I thought was an amazing revolutionary speech of the new president. And we're trying to make America great again together. The movement continues. The work begins.
And he definitely
I'm not doing a commercial here. That's the way I feel. How do you guys feel?
I think he's got his work cut out for him, because they're doing everything they can to use the same stereotypes that they tried to use against him while he was running against him now. But I don't think it's going to be with any greater of a degree of success. It's just going to result in whatever they do next, resulting in the next equivalent to pussy hats. The only thing that's going to derail Donald Trump is himself. If this is his ball game to lose, and again, God willing, I hope he doesn't. But this is his to lose. He's got the support of most of the people that put him in, don't fuck this up. You got the ball, Donald. Don't fuck this up.
And I think that Donald Trump has to watch out being so grandiose in his wording. Like he does exaggerate, and that is called lying, to me, when someone over exaggerates. And like Kellyanne Conway.
It depends how they're speaking. If I tell you my new video has 1 million hits, you know automatically that I don't mean 1 million hits.
Right. Well, his press secretary said, what did his press secretary said? That Trump had the biggest crowds ever. And I know that's his press secretary that said that. But then Kellyanne Conway was on Meet the Press this morning, and she said that she didn't call it a lie. She called it alternative facts. And that's ridiculous. When I heard that, I was thinking it sounds like morons using oxymorons. That's not what it
was. That whole thing got taken out of context. What he meant was, as he was running, he had the largest number of people of anybody else that's ever run.
No, Sam.
Overall,
this morning was say, or in his
of the walk of the inauguration.
The inauguration.
Well, because the day after the inauguration, there was like a photo that looked like it was like really early in the morning when people were just getting there, and the Barack Obama inauguration was like a free for all, minimal security. This had like a lot more gates, a lot more security. People actually had to be like invited practically, and they show when people are just getting there, the mall, like from a far off distance. But if you look at it from Trump's perspective, the shit was jam packed. Kellyanne Conway, she's becoming a star. We can't play too much of this because we can get in big trouble because we've got SNL shit. We've been banned for that previously, so we don't want to play any more of that. But she's trying to be a big star. Women dissed the Donald. Madonna thought about blowing up the White House. We discussed that. All the F-bombs that flew on CNN and MSNBC, and all the hosts that had to apologize for the F word for young kids watching because I'm sure they're sitting there at the bar with their parents watching it at the airport. Soros ties to more than 50 partners of March. Oh, that's what Sam was talking about. Oh, he does. Okay. And leaves trash heaps behind. Oh, thanks, everyone. No, I saw people putting stuff in the trash cans. But then I saw the anarchists come and knock the trash cans over. Anarchy achieved. And Hopkins says having vagina biology not an argument. I'm not really sure exactly what that means. Anne-Marie, as the individual on today's show with a vagina, I'm assuming you said you were female. It's hard to tell on YouTube. In real life, you're not transgender though. You were born female. Is that correct?
All female.
All vagina.
Just female. All vagina.
And would you wear
anybody?
You didn't wake up today feeling like a giraffe.
And would you wear a homemade uterus hat into the protest with a sign that says Donald Trump something? You didn't do that. Did you participate yesterday in the Women's March, and why didn't you? And are you a disgrace to womankind for not participating in?
Well, since you asked me all these questions, let me just put it out there. I'm all for equal rights. I'm for gay rights, transgender, bisexual, lesbian, gay, everything. And it's okay if people have different body parts and this and that. Just because I personally am not gay and I personally don't, have all women parts, I'm still for, people to have equal rights who don't, have that,
Are you supportive of individuals that have penises, not vaginas?
Of course. I'm supportive of everybody. I want everyone to be equal, all races, genders, colors, everything. But and what you're saying about the protests, I know I already discussed about the female, we talked about the pussy hats and we talked about Madonna. And I really do think, it's amazing that Trump did get that white middle class vote. I just feel like that this march.
Woman vote. The woman. He won
came out
in the election.
Yes, they came out for Trump. They really did. And I think that if they wanted to be effective, then they should have had marches or protests prior to this happening. I mean, we knew this isn't unexpected. We knew the date of the election. We knew the
Yeah, but
date
you're
of,
missing it, Anne-Marie. They couldn't do that until after the first of the year because of the way Soros's tax falls on the first of the year. He wouldn't have been able to refund all the people to come out.
Well,
The whole thing revolves around whether or not Soros can afford to bust people out.
One of the biggest parodies about Kellyanne Conway, though, is that she keeps supposedly bringing up,
I'm talking about
the election where, that's what we're talking about, But why keep bringing up the past? I mean, they make a joke about it on SNL, right? Like I said, we can't play any more of that, Emery. But the thing is that she was the female that led Trump, to victory in the way that she was the campaign manager. And, she keeps bringing it back to the election because of what we were just talking about they weren't there. Where was Madonna except offering blowies like a few months ago? Where was Ashley Judd? Where was Michael Moore? He made a movie like right before, and he said in his movie, like, he got more attention from Trump supporters for the one part of the movie where he says
that he didn't mean that way.
And it's going to be a big FU to the establishment.
Well,
I'm going all over the spectrum, guys. Maybe I'm getting a little too far out there. Like, I totally diverted from the point Amory was trying to make, but Amory, I'm trying to throw in a
No, DLAKE, you'd never do that, DLAKE. Not a chance.
I know. No, I'm so good at keeping the show right on track. I never derail it. Go ahead, Amory.
You're doing a great job keeping on track. And the other point I was going to make was when Trump was asked, would you accept the results of the election? And he said maybe. And he got a lot of heat for that.
I was
saying
happy
maybe
he said that.
would accept it. But the thing is, though, that's what these
great moment on his part when he was like, "Look,
we saw what they did to Ron Paul. It's actually a matter of public record that he was cheated."
But my point is,
I wish I could go to just my camera. I wish, because in his heart, I think he was like, "Look, I just have a feeling I'm gonna win, and for you to put me on the spot and like hypothesize how I will feel if I will lose." Look, I'm not going to lose. I'm going to fucking win. I'm DT. What?
No, but my point is that doing these protests after you elect a president, and I believe in our democracy, and the way it looks to the rest of the world is if you right now put on the TV, put on the news, and you see that in Turkey they're rising up right now and they had an election and they're protesting the president that they just elected. Or Egypt or something like that.
Attempt too in Turkey, right?
It just looks like there's chaos.
I do agree
like
with you. I would worry about it more if it didn't happen right after Trudeau or right after Brexit, right after it happened in Greece when they elected their guy. I don't think it's a good sign, but I'm happy it's not only us.
And Sam, speaking of Salente, I mean, is this part of a global trend, right? I mean,
right now it is, yes.
Even they're saying that the European elections, they're like, they're going to be the European elections. They're saying the same thing that just happened in America. They're trying to accuse Russia of being involved somehow, and they're like at Davos and in Bilderberg, they're afraid that this populism nationalist populist movement is actually like threatening globalism.
Thank God.
And that's what they're really like hanging on to. They're sitting around champagne, eating crepes, talking about income inequality. Give me a fucking break.
But what I'm saying is, let's not protest the person. Let's not look as a nation that we're divided, because it looks like we're not a democracy. We vote for this person. Now, if you want to protest, let's protest the Electoral College.
Just to be clear, Russia in no provable way tampered with the vote results, the actual count. Is that correct, Sam? The ballot, when it comes to the ballot.
Well, that and the other thing that nobody ever talks about was that if you factor out the number of people who were dead and the number of people who were illegal, he also won the popular vote. And nobody ever talks about that, but you can look it up.
I don't agree with
if
that.
you factor out the dead, It doesn't
Hillary got
matter
the
if you
popular
disagree
vote.
with it. It's a matter of public record.
It's
It
a
doesn't
very,
matter if you disagree with it or not.
it's a
You
very,
can you can choose to think that the moon is made out of green cheese, but that's not going to help you any.
that's
It's a
all.
matter of public record.
But I do think that we should protest and change the way we get these presidents, because, Al Gore lost the election and he had the popular vote. Hillary had the popular vote. Like, let's change the
Hillary
electoral
would not have had the popular vote when you
The
factor out
electoral
everyone that shouldn't have voted.
the electoral is the balance to the popular. I mean,
this is what
and look, right before the election, they were all saying that Donald Trump was going to win the popular vote because of his massive crowd sizes, but Hillary would win the electoral college vote the same way that she won against Bernie Sanders with the super delegates. They said, he'll win because everyone seems to like him more, but she will actually win the electoral because she has spent all this money and her people know the structural advantage. Then it turned out that Kellyanne Conway led Donald Trump to victory with the fucking electoral college, which is how you win the presidency. And that's why they make fun of her on SNL. She starts singing. I don't know if you guys saw that. She breaks out in the song. You should watch it. It's pretty funny. I can't play any of it because this video will get banned. Emery, go ahead.
Well, with Russia, they did not tamper with the voting booths or anything like that, the votes, but they did try to influence the election by releasing those DNC emails, and they did not release any emails with Trump. Now, this is the thing with the DNC emails; they released emails that made Hillary look bad, and they were releasing emails that looked like they didn't. They were trying to. I mean, Hillary did not want.
Who released Who released the pussy tapes? Sam?
The
American news station, right? Who was it?
CNN did it.
Access Hollywood, I think.
Was it
Wasn't
Access
it Access
Hollywood? CNN. There was reportedly that they had video of him on The Apprentice saying the N-word and maybe some other disparaging stuff. But reportedly, the leakers couldn't, whistle blow on Trump off camera saying the N-word because they couldn't get the rights to the video or the funding to release it if they were sued or some crap like that. But
yes,
come on.
I saw that. Tom Arnold.
Yeah, Tom Arnold said he saw it. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Tom Arnold. Why don't you remarry Roseanne? Go ahead.
Well, I think. Go ahead, Sam.
I want to screen share this real quick and I'll make sure you can see it. And I'm making sure I have it up right too.
Roseanne Barr was.
All right. Am I screen shared by any chance?
Yes, you are.
Okay, good. I wanted to go to this because I don't want to read the whole thing because it's a bit long. It's The American Thinker. It is donated. It is published, I'm tired, December the 15th of 2016. Laying out not one, not two, not three, not four, not just 5, 6 different ways to prove, without a doubt, that Donald Trump won the popular vote when you factor out illegal and dead people. Is at theamericanthinker.com with all the links that trace it. And if I read the whole thing on air, every viewer we have is going to log off. But I wanted to put it out there and show that it is not something I came up with, that it is absolutely true. But you're going to have to, viewers, go for yourself, because those who aren't interested in this topic, if I read it, it's going to take 20 minutes.
It said some people held their noses to vote for Trump. I'm sure they did. It's fine. I mean, you know what? I mean, every presidential election that I've been alive for, we always hear an argument about the lesser of two evils. And I mean, before back in 2014, 15, Sam and I, we covered The Media Speaks, talked about it. Hillary Clinton being the president, Sam. Remember her very first, she didn't make a speech. She didn't come out in person. She did a video that tied in like guys holding hands and chicks kissing and stuff. And that was her announcement speech.
She
And
started to crash around the same time Rand did. Rand just crashed much faster. Poor Rand. I still ache for Rand. I like him. I still do, but he died.
I mean, was it Russia that was like the reason that she was under pressure for over 2 years because of her illegal private? Did they tell her to set up a private server?
I don't even think it was that. There was just so much stuff throughout the entire course of her career that people were just sick of her.
I do have a link here today, and today's video is actually titled President Donald Trump Day 2, which is what today is. We do a show every Sunday. Sometimes we're joined by Nikki Darling. Today we're joined by Sam Abediganji and also Anne Marie, who are so great it's so great to have them on the show. Now, Anne Marie, maybe this is something that you looked at earlier. Let me just get into it real quick. Trump may not enforce individual health insurance mandate, according to his aide Kellyanne Conway. The Trump administration may no longer enforce a rule requiring individual Americans to carry health insurance or pay a penalty if they do not, a senior White House official said on Sunday, speaking to the press. Quote, for the 20 million who rely upon the Affordable Care Act in some form, they will not be without coverage during this transition time, she said. On Friday, Trump signed an executive order concerning the 2010 healthcare law, the ACA, commonly known as Obamacare.
Wait, DLAKE, let me pause you for 1 second because I only want to highlight what you're saying real quick. So are you trying to tell me, DLAKE, that there are people that are going to be covered like he promised they would be, unlike Obama when he promised they would be? Is that what you're saying, that they really are going to be covered this time?
I'm saying that right now, in effect, there's a thing where it's like if you don't get it, you have to pay a certain tax, and we're going to waive that. We're going to defer that. We're going to grant exceptions from that or delay the implementation of that. And other provisions deemed to impose fiscal burdens on.
Thank God. You know what? That's beautiful, because when I was out of work for a minute, I did lose my insurance, and I'm not going to be penalized during that month thanks to him. So thank you, Trump. I will be loving you in about a month when I do my taxes. Thank you.
All right, Sam, don't write it's still January. Don't fill out your Valentine's Day cards just yet. Okay, healthcare experts had speculated that Trump could expand exemptions from the individual mandate. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, speaking on Fox News Sunday, reiterated Republicans' promises to replace Obamacare and allow patients to buy health insurance across state lines. Now, that's pretty much the main emphasis of this is about the sale of insurance across state lines, which is obviously how the article ends. Trump has said he wants to keep some elements of Obamacare, Anne-Marie, such as young adults to be covered under their parents' insurance. Now, are you paying for all your son's insurance? I mean, I'm not sure how this affects you. He is in favor of plans that use health savings accounts and the sale of insurance across state lines. I remember when Marco Rubio made fun of him for saying that repeatedly in the debates. And how do you feel about that? Because what I've said, and to make a real quick analogy, Anne-Marie, before I get your thoughts here, is that I've said insurance should be more like McDonald's. And I think we had that conversation before, that it should be more like a franchise that's just everywhere, right? Thank you. Do you like the phrase? Obamacare should be more like McDonald's. Emery, I mean, go ahead.
Well, the Republicans have. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
let me.
The Republicans have had an opportunity for like the past 8 years, really, to replace this. And it doesn't sound like they really have a plan in place yet. And now it's going to be their responsibility. It's not going to be called Obamacare. So they really have to bring it right now. And they have to have a plan, because it is going to be on them. It's going to be on the Republicans. You can't blame Obama anymore. And but
one of Donald Trump's actual quotable arguments is that, you know, it really would be all on them. I mean, them being the Democrats, because didn't Sam, correct me if I'm wrong, like Trump was saying that, you know, Democrats are the ones that are going to bear the weight of this. He said that we could just let it crash under the weight of what they came up with.
No, but
we're not
now
wait.
it's going to be.
We're not going to, he says we're not going to wait for it to crash under the weight of its own fucking demise. We're just going to get started on repealing and replacing right away.
Well, you have to. You can't just repeal it. You have to replace it, and that's the thing.
Okay, so
The
boom,
Republicans.
we're all, so boom,
Listen.
we're in agreement on that. I'm listening.
Okay, listen. The Republicans have had 8 years to come up with a plan. They should have it ready right now.
No,
I mean,
wait, Anne Marie, no, wait a minute. No, you know how I gave Bill Clinton the pass earlier, and I was like, it was the one time that you were going to be like, this is where I'm going to have to say that you're going to have to backpedal the last statement only because, as you have said by your own words, and as we all know, Trump is not a normal Republican. So he's probably not going to use a lot of the plans they already have because it looks like Obamacare. He's going to do this differently. I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but that's why he's not using theirs. I know what that is.
Anne-Marie, go ahead.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to see, but this is really something that the Republicans, they can't just say no. You can't just take it away. You do have to replace it, obviously. And that by now, they should all have had come together. It's really the same. It's basically the same Republicans that are there now that were there before. And they just kept saying, no, 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 no. Okay, well, then now bring it. What do you have? What's your plan? They've been there forever now. What is the plan? And it is going to be on the Republicans.
Yeah, but no, what I mean is Trump's plan is the plan, it's on his site. His plan is going to be separate from what the Democrats wanted or the Republicans. It's going to be a lot more state-based, but you're going to be allowed to buy insurance across state lines, thankfully. Otherwise, you've negated the whole reason that we're the United States. It sort of ruined, the way Obama did it, sort of ruined the whole point of us being a United States. If we can't compete against state lines, then then the whole reason that we're not supposed to be our own little individual countries, except for when we buy health insurance, and then we're our own little individual countries to sink in the state that we're in. That doesn't make any sense at all. So I'm glad that that's going to be gone.
Sam, could you please address what I said though about healthcare being more franchised like McDonald's, where the best healthcare is in every state, just like a McDonald's?
Yeah, you know, I change my car insurance every few months because every few months somebody sends me something that's a little bit cheaper than the one I had before it. There's two companies that I've played off each other for the last 4 years.
I love
religiously.
Cable company and telling them I'm thinking about canceling because they give me all kinds of deals. Okay, great.
I've done that to my insurance company, and I'll do the same thing to my health insurance. That's exactly what you're. Well, right now I actually have a half decent health insurance that is from another state, and thanks to Trump.
We're not. I mean, I'm not saying that Obamacare is a total failure, but it's just not working properly.
Our governor got us out of part of it. Thankfully, Kasich got us out of part of it.
Everyone needs to be covered. That's covered. Pre-existing needs to be covered in the same fashion as a disability. I mean, we'll figure it all out, dude. It's an algorithm of like, we have the people that need it first the most, and some other people that like maybe all they need is just catastrophic, but they don't do a lot of extreme stuff. So it's not like I shouldn't have to pay the same amount of money as some dude that fucking snowboards off gigantic fucking avalanches and shit.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, when I apply for health insurance, I don't tell them that I'm snowboarding, because if you tell them that you're snowboarding, your rates will go up. But if you get hurt while snowboarding,
I tell them that I smoke cigarettes and my rates go up.
Yeah, I don't make it a note to tell them that I snowboard unless they specifically ask. It's always wise to leave things like that off. I don't offer it.
Yeah. If I tried to sign up, they'd be like, DLAKE, why don't you just cash in now? I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm going to live another 50 years, dude. Look at my heredity. They're like, nah, you're dead tomorrow. I'm like, fuck you.
Well, I'll tell you what's popping up.
Walk down the street.
I mean, talking about healthcare, they are starting to talk about bringing it back up about Planned Parenthood. I mean, they're basically saying they want to defund Planned Parenthood. I mean, I have seen that pop up again. And we talked about this on another show. The government is not paying for abortions. So when they want to defund, take away people's, Medicaid or Medicare, they won't let you use it.
That's a big part of the Women's March, though, isn't it? And then I heard that there was pro-life women that tried to be in the march, and
I saw that.
The Women's March said, no, we're only pro-choice. Is that?
I saw that.
What?
And also, I saw that Canadians, there was an article that they wanted to come in and they weren't allowed in the country because they said that they wanted to march in the Women's March.
I'm sorry, say that again. Amory, can you say that?
There was a headline. There was a headline I saw on Facebook that popped up on the side, and it said that Canadians were trying to enter the country, and they gave the reason why they were going to enter because they wanted to march against Trump and be in that Women's March, and they were told no, and they weren't allowed to access it. That was a headline I read this morning.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Trudeau. They created a mess when Trudeau got in, so they're not going to let those people know. They created a mess. They created a mess for Trudeau, so they're not going to let that happen with those people at the same thing here. I can see why that happened.
Well, his father was very popular. Trudeau's father was very popular over there too. So, but the thing with Planned Parenthood,
but not in Quebec. Not in Quebec. They're not too. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're a little iffy around him because they're saying that he's not strong enough for the French. Or I don't really know the specifics of the country, but I know Quebec's not happy with it. I just don't know the specifics on why.
But the thing with Planned Parenthood,
he's not French enough.
There's Trudeau. Sam, Emery, we're talking about. Okay, I got Trudeau right there. Trudeau, Trump discussed trade as White House vows NAFTA renegotiation. Now, NAFTA includes North America, which is Canada, the United States, and Mexico.
See, if trade goes well with Canada, beer nuts are cheaper, so life is good.
Trump wants to renegotiate it, and he says, dude, we're going to bring this to a new table of negotiation. And during his speech, one of the things that he said was, it's going to be America first. Now, a lot of talking heads and pundits, like, who was it? Chris Matthews and some other idiots were like, oh, it was so Hitlerian and so 1930s to say America first, because before World War II, there was a America First Committee. Now, keep in mind that John McCain's campaign slogan was country first when he ran in 2008. But now that when President Trump, the 45th president of the United States of America, thank you, was giving his inauguration speech, he said that, we're going – part of what we're talking about here today is putting America first, and we respect other countries to say that they're going to put themselves first, because we're kind of like drafting up teams. It's like, let's say a bunch of people come to a basketball court. Maybe we've never met each other. Maybe we don't know each other. It's like White Man Can't Jump the movie. It's like a street ball game, okay? But it's like, okay, you're going to be the shirts and you're going to be the skins. And so the shirts have their shirts on. The skins, they take their shirts off. So we know that the shirtless team is one team, like the Vladimir Putin parody on fucking SNL. That's the skins. And then the shirts have their shirts on. And we're going to play a game of street ball. And may the best fucking team win. But how are we going to know which team wins unless we start drafting up some fucking teams? And, nationalism is kind of like that, because, when you build a wall, it's like, look, that's the fence of the game. Go try to play street ball right now at a court with no fucking fence.
Do you remember Chappelle's show?
The analogy I've ever done on the Media Speaks, but I thought, did it come out good? I'll have to go back and watch it later like an egomaniac. Thank you.
You should have done,
I will say I wasn't expecting White Men Can't Jump.
you should have done the parody about Chappelle's show. He had the shirts against the blouses. Remember Rick James?
Oh,
I don't think a wall is going to help at all, though. I'm against the wall. I think it's ridiculous, but
oh, that's crazy talk, dude. We need a wall. Come on.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited.
So, Sam, Amory leaves her door open at night, like totally unlocked, and she's like, "It's cool. Just come on in."
Come on in.
No.
How do you feel about it?
The fridge is open. Help yourself.
Well, that I'm okay with that. I like feeding
Oh, I can
people.
just walk into your house at midnight and just start making a turkey sandwich in your kitchen because the fridge is open,
That you
the
can
front door is open. I can just start turning lights on, watch your TV, use your Netflix account. I mean, you're okay with all of that?
I'm okay, yeah, with the food and opening my house to people. Yes.
No,
Yeah,
not
you can
just
come
me.
make a
I mean, I'm
sandwich.
bringing Sam, some other people, maybe some black people. I don't know. I don't even
Yes,
know.
that's fine. Yeah, of course. I mean,
Come on in.
the kitchen's never closed. I'm always like in there experimenting, even at
And
3
we're
o'clock in the morning.
We're like, make us some sandwiches, right, Sam?
Yes. Oh God.
Oh, you know what I want to talk about too? I forgot to mention this. And while Sam's on, before you go, and I wanted
Yes.
is Chelsea Manning. Obama has pardoned Chelsea Manning, and Chelsea Manning is going to get out of jail.
That's wonderful. I'm thrilled. It's one of the only things Obama's ever did that I like.
Over the years, like I've covered it in a bunch of different aspects. I mean, we can go just take a quick screenshot. DLAKE, For Prez, Chill, I am Chelsea. Okay, so I guess, it looks like DLAKE put out a video. Wait, why is it coming up? I don't know. I put out a video, like, I am Chelsea Manning. I encourage other people to check out my videos and stuff all the time, of course. There I am. I am Chelsea Manning. Welcome to the war. DLAKE, obviously, I put out a video on YouTube from 2013. You can go back and check it out. You know what's so funny about doing the news this long, Sam? And Sam's been with me all the time. Sam, remember when I put out this report? Like, I was on top of the news. And I think I still am. Am I not?
Yes.
You are.
So, you're so far so good.
Guys. And then we go back and we look at the stuff that we talked about. I probably mentioned Sam in this report like at least 3 times. And, we were right on top of it. I think I was joined by Anthony Court somewhere in the middle of this show or something. But so he has been pardoned. Is it something that we all thought was going to happen? I mean, and why did Bradley decide to be Chelsea? Is that a CIA thing or is that for real? And then there were suicide attempts and maybe Obama was like, she has just had enough. Chelsea has had enough. But it was Bradley.
Oh, it's terrible.
Convicted. Look, Bradley was the one that was convicted, but Bradley was convicted, but Chelsea is the one that got the pardon. I mean, how does that work?
Oh, well, that might be a bit more with paperwork, but I mean, I don't know if he changed his name.
Yeah, Amory, I think when Bradley gets convicted and Chelsea gets commissioned, I think that commuted, or sentence commuted, I think that is a little bit more paperwork. Sam, what do you think?
It'd probably be quite a bit more paperwork, I would imagine.
But he was really mistreated in this prison. You know what's scary about this military prison? They put him in solitary confinement for just attempting to kill himself. That's horrible. And he didn't get to see a psychologist. This is according to his lawyer. And we don't know what's going on in there. And it was very limited, even the amount of time that he spent with his own lawyer. He was really mistreated in there. He was stripped naked, I read. His lawyer always was trying to give updates, but his lawyer really didn't get to see him very often, and he really needs to see a psychologist. We don't know what Chelsea went through in this jail, except what the lawyer is saying.
Yeah,
What's
I think
that?
I think I have a good idea about what a guy that wants to be a woman in a men's military prison might go through. But okay, did you know that on the other side of things, that the ice cream killer is so dangerous that she's headed to a men's prison?
Oh, I never heard. I didn't hear this story.
The ice cream killer who killed her husband and her boyfriend first by shooting them in the back of the head and then chopping them up with a chainsaw and then burying them in concrete behind her ice cream parlor. Now she's headed to a men's prison. Watch out, guys. An Austrian femme fatale known as the ice cream killer will have plenty of new men to choose from at her new lockdown. Estebales Carranza, 38, will be transferred to an all-male prison because she's too dangerous to be locked up at a women's facility. But authorities might be playing right into her hands. The maniacal murderess has a history of luring men into her web and then killing and slicing up their bodies with a chainsaw. In 2012, she was sentenced to life behind bars for the dismemberment murders of her ex-husband and her one-time lover on separate occasions. She shot them both in the head, carved up their bodies, stored their parts in a freezer, and buried the remains under the concrete floor of her sweet shop.
My God.
Her sweet shop. She then hung air fresheners to hide the smell of their rotten corpses.
God.
To Ganji. After her conviction, Carranza was incarcerated at a women's prison in Schwarzwald, Lower Austria. Oh, in Schwarzwald. Oh, that's right. That's close to Schwarzenegger, right? Schwarzenegger in Austria, yeah. But now will be moved to a special all-male penitentiary in Aston, Upper Austria. She will be the first female prisoner to be housed at the state-of-the-art facility, which currently holds 91 men. 13 additional female inmates will be transferred there in the near future. I heard Amory might be among them. And any thoughts? Any husbands buried under the floorboards there? Go ahead.
This is why I don't click on these stories. They are creepy. I'm gonna have a nightmare now tonight. This is awful.
Well, DLAKE, I'm gonna jump off here because my wife just got home, but I do want to say
it would violating into dead people. I thought you had a whole list of dead people. You can't get to it real quick, or what?
I am going to get to my dead people. That I am. I wanted to mention that William Peter Blatty had died, the guy who wrote the scariest movie of all time, The Exorcist, and also the funniest movie of all time, Peter Sellers' A Shot in the Dark. He died. The priest that helped him write The Exorcist had what he called an unseen hand push him downstairs, and then he died later of his injuries in the same week that William Peter Blatty died. And last but not least, Noel Neal. She was the original Lois Lane in the 1950s version. She has died at 95 years old. And I just found out about it. So there is my death for the day, and I'm going to jump off here. Thank you all for tuning in.
Sam, real quick, let us wish you a happy birthday, Sam.
What? You said you were going to sing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had to sing.
Birthday to you.
Yay! I am getting something.
Happy birthday.
No, we can't. No, Sam, we can't. No, I'm sorry, Emery. We can't sing it because if we do, we could actually, this video could be banned. You didn't know that? Did you guys know that?
You can rap it.
No, the happy birthday. Happy birthday to Sam. I'm glad he was on.
DLAKE's worried about getting flagged for the birthday song copyright. I don't think that's going to happen.
Birthday song copyright. That's a real thing.
We're going to get flagged. We're going to get flagged. All right, everyone. Good night. Thank you very much. And I'll post something on my channel probably Wednesday night.
All right, Sam.
Awesome.
I'll be writing throughout the week. Thank you both. Good night, guys. Love you both.
Don't get fucked up. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Party like it's your birthday.
You gonna drink Bacardi like it's your birthday?
Oh, you know
And
what?
some Bacardi
The
like his
party has
birthday.
already been drank. It's gone. It's
Oh, it's got Bacardi
Got it.
Sam, okay. Hold it up again, Sam. Hold it up again. I got you on camera, Sam. Hold it up one more time. Drink Bacardi like it's your birthday.
Good night, guys. Love you both.
Love you. Happy
man.
birthday.
All the happy birthday song copyright claims are invalid, says a federal judge. Oh, Anne Marie. Okay, I guess we
So
were
you can sing.
saying it, but I was afraid we might have got a copyright infringement there.
Well, I don't have a great
Of course,
singing
we
voice.
started- Yeah. I started it, and I was like, she's not joining in. What's going on? Yeah. So this ice cream killer, she's going to the male prison. Oh yeah, you like it when I read you the news? What else is out there?
Oh, let's see.
One of my favorite sources. What do you have?
Did you want to talk about meeting Summer? Did you want to talk about Summer Zervos?
Oh my
Summer-
gosh, do I? I don't know. I mean, I met her. I mean, like, and I did meet her. Yes.
Okay, Summer Zervos was on The Apprentice, and she claimed that Trump sexually assaulted her in 2007. And then
2007, though, at the show, when I met her in,
or maybe it's later, maybe 2000.
I met her in late 2005, early 2006, Anne Marie.
Right. Well, supposedly she actually went to go meet with Trump. I guess she contacted him for a job, and she said that she met with him after the show. After she got like eliminated in the first week. I didn't watch that season.
The very first show. Look, and I was sitting right next to her when she lost because she came to my sister's house for the viewing party of the first episode. When I was there at my sister's house, and my sister and before my wife at the time, like, they went to go like get stuff for the party. I was just at the house, just like hanging out with like the dogs and stuff. And Summer showed up, so it was just her and I hanging out at the house. I didn't grab her pussy or anything like that. We were just talking, you know. But it was just her and I. There was no rape. There was no rape fantasy, unless I had one that I don't remember. But I mean, she looked hot. She was attractive. She was there at my sister's house for the viewing party, and she lost on the very first episode. And I looked over, and she was like, "Oh shit! They just all watched me fucking get fired on the first fucking episode."
It's never good to be the first one gone. Even on Celebrity Apprentice, it's like embarrassing to be the first one.
And so, but before the general election, she made claims that she was, you know, there was some kind of inappropriate behavior. It was sexual assault.
Right.
And her lawyer, Gloria Allred, is like a maniac. I mean, that bitch is insane.
She is. You know what I think about Gloria Allred? I think that she is actually like an extortionist, because I know with Tiger Woods, she was representing like a mistress of Tiger Woods, and they called him up and said, "We will hold a press conference and tell the world about this unless you pay, this mistress $10,000." Now, they didn't hold the press conference because he paid her $10,000 and had like a confidentiality agreement. But that's extortion. And
so it's like,
and she's allowed to do it.
It's like, would you rather do this like publicly in court with all these people watching, or just like give us this money to just like, let's just never talk about it anymore?
Right, and it's a court of public opinion at that point.
Definition of extortion.
That is because he had endorsements from Nike and things like that. So the court of public opinion would affect, him representing these products, and he would lose more money. I'm sorry, I'm getting feedback. I'm sorry.
Let me switch to headphones. But Tiger Woods, Donald Trump, I mean, these are, well-known, high-profile individuals. Why does Gloria Allred seek to take these cases where even Summer's cousin and DLAKE, who has met her, like on 2 or 3 occasions, says that she just sounds like she's making stuff up.
Right. And, say with the David Letterman case, I don't know if you remember that, but David Letterman was having an affair with a staffer, and her boyfriend, who she was living with at the time, called up David Letterman and said, give me a certain amount of money and I won't go to the National Enquirer. And, because he was going to sell his story to the National Enquirer. And he called up David Letterman and said, give me the money and I won't go to them. And see, that was extortion, and he's in jail. I mean, he actually got sentenced for extortion and went to jail. Now, when Gloria Allred does that and says to Tiger Woods, well, we're going to go to the press and have a news conference unless you give us money, because he will lose a lot of money because he's getting paid a lot of money with endorsements. It's actually cheaper for him to pay her off to silence her. That's extortion, but she's allowed to get away with it. But anyway, this is the smart thing, though.
But
I'm just guessing that the statute of limitations is probably, expired for that case, for her case, for like if this supposedly happened in 2007, and now it's like 2017, that probably expired. So she can't probably bring a case against him. So when Donald Trump, I think
why didn't you say anything? Where's anything that you said back then on record? And this Gloria Allred, okay. I don't know. I missed a little bit of that plugging into headphones. I got Summer up here on the screen. But my understanding is, first there was this one case that I thought I heard was dropped, but now the new case is that she feels like she was defamed in some way.
Yes.
But is that how can you pin that possibly on Donald Trump directly when it was probably, a culmination of like fans and other tweeters and people on Twitter, and even I never tweeted anything, but like I definitely said that when I met this chick and she got fired like right away, like she didn't seem like, and then it's on record that she's like, oh, Donald Trump was so great. He was so wonderful. And please come to my restaurant. He didn't go to her restaurant, right, Emery? And then,
right. Well, this is actually
the allegations came. Probably past the statute of limitations, like you were saying.
That's why this is probably a smart move on her part and Gloria Allred's part. That's why they're probably doing this, because they can't get him for the sexual assault case because the statute of limitations probably expired, but they can say that he did defame her, because not only did he defend himself.
She defamed him right before the election. How can you say that's anywhere equal? I'm not saying she's a nobody. She's a somebody. Everyone's a somebody.
I think it's wrong. Let me just put it out there. I think it's wrong what Gloria Allred is doing and this and that, but I'm saying why they're doing it. He came out and called her and other women who came out against him and made assault charges against him. He called her a liar. So if they have that on film or tape or anything, they could say, well, he said that, she is a liar, and they could put that before the judge, and that's a defamation.
So a lawyer like Gloria could stand up and say that the president of the United States called my client a liar, and we want millions of dollars. Is that what you're telling me? And so a jury of her peers, who would that be?
And that just happened.
Will my sister be on the jury? Will a bunch of former apprentice females be a jury of her peers on the jury? Will my sister be on the jury?
Like a character witness. Well, see, she could say.
They said that one bitch tried to food poison my sister. Tried to food poison her with eggs because my sister made breakfast one day on The Apprentice. And they said she tried to food poison her.
Who said that? Summer? Summer said that?
No, it wasn't Summer. It was
another person on the show.
Yes, another female on the show.
Well, that was nice of your sister to make breakfast and make eggs.
I don't remember her name. It was the black girl. I mean, I didn't want to. Okay, hold on. Let me go to this.
And what happened? She got sick or something after she ate the eggs? That was nice of your sister. And she's vegan. So eggs, I mean, that was nice of her to do that. Well, I just think that, this was just in the news because they are just bringing this case. This was like, a few days ago. And this is something that he said in 2016. He called her a liar. So I'm guessing that's why they're doing it.
Okay. Here we go. Amory, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I know I can play this one. It's fine. Oh no, I'm getting internet problems. Come on, just play the video. YouTube, you're killing me. We're live. Here we go.
Uh-oh, do we have to talk over that song?
No, you got to have it.
No. This is Celebrity Apprentice. This isn't regular Apprentice.
Oh, son of a bee.
I actually watched the Celebrity one, but I didn't watch the regular Apprentice.
All right.
I haven't been watching this Arnold Schwarzenegger one, though. I haven't watched this one at all, this Apprentice. Well, actually, I caught like 5 minutes of it.
Wait. Fucker. And
What happened?
my stupid sound thing, my speaker thing gets a little fucked up. I don't want there to be a lot of reverb when you're talking, though. If I could spell season 5 Apprentice, not celebrity, like original. Boom. And you know which one I want. Oh, I'm not on my regular channel. That's why it's. Oh, there's Summer. Fired. Season 5, episode 1. Told you.
Oh.
You want to watch her get fired, or?
Oh,
here we go.
if you want to.
No, that's no. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is what I wanted to show you. Oh yeah. And do you like money?
Not that much. Not that much money. I have enough to be happy.
Just enough to be happy, like 2 million. Okay, so there's my sister right there on the far right, and Summer is not in this picture. Summer, this is the girl I told you it was the black girl individual that was the one that accused my sister of food poisoning her.
Oh, that's terrible. That's horrible.
Behind my sister is Sean, the eventual winner of the episode.
Oh.
Oh, there she was.
Oh, I saw her for a second. The curly hair.
Yep. That's how she looked when I met her. Like, had that curly. Yeah. I was like, she's hot, right? Like, I'm like, hey, can I G you by the piece? She's like, get the fuck out of here. There's Sean, the winner. Oh, she must have like 5-inch heels on here because there's no way this chick is taller than this chick. I liked Leslie. She was cool. Lee was cool. Oh, where's Lenny? Oh, there's Summer right there. Boom.
Ooh, yeah.
There she is. And she's attractive, right? She said during the first thing, it was that she met Donald Trump and he's like, meet me in my hotel room. And he comes out of the thing with like a towel on or something. It was like, didn't sound believable in any way. And he's like, yeah, why don't you just like do some stuff on me here or something? Like, it just was like, really? 2 years after you were on The Apprentice? Now, keep in mind, I talked about this before. When you're on The Apprentice, okay, everyone that we're viewing here on my sister's season, now I know this because I have the inside knowledge that my sister was on the season. They all had to go to they all went to New York to be a part of the show, Mark Burnett's production on NBC. And they all had to stay the duration of the filming. So a person that was fired on the first episode still had to stay in sequestration for the entirety of the filming, Amory. I don't know if you're aware of that. How do you feel about that?
That's great because, you know, the hotels in New York, especially in Manhattan, are so expensive. They're like really, really expensive. So she probably got to stay in a nice place right in the center of it all and, you know, explore Manhattan. I mean, that's great.
I mean, well, she knew she was fired the first season. She couldn't tell anyone until the episode aired. And I'm telling you that I was the one that was with her on that day that the episode aired, where she was the first one fired. And we met up and we're talking and hanging out for like 20 minutes before everyone got back to my sister's place with all the party accoutrements and other guests started showing up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, she was licking her lips. No, she was like,
she's flirting.
she was flirting. I was flirting. It was very flirtatious, but you know, the dogs were there. We were talking about, you know, Andrea's house and the other crap. But anyways, there she is. There's Tarek. Did you see him? He looks just like Orlando Bloom, right? Very handsome. Member of Mensa. There's Tarek.
Wow, he's smart.
Very intelligent. He's like my Tony Stark. I'm like, put me to work, bro. I'm like Captain America. He's like, you'll never hold this shield. There's Carmen. Oh, there's Lenny. He's from Russia. Oh, that's a Russian connection. But he was fucking hilarious. Got drunk with that guy at the final episode. So hilarious. There's Teresa. She was cool. DT, Bryce, Synergy. That was the name of my sister's group. Tammy. Tammy, who was also brought back with my sister, and Tarek to join Sean's the winning team. There's Pepe. Roxanne. Oh, that's her name, Roxanne. Yeah, she accused my sister of food poisoning her. I met her, you know, all her sisters, her real life sisters were there. There's Sean, the winner, eventual winner of the whole thing. So attractive. Oh, there's Allie. I hate that fucking little bitch.
Oh, why? Why do you hate her?
Oh, she was so conniving. She was the most like, she was the most like, she was like the evil one. I mean, if you go back and watch the season, she was the one that was like, we have to team up against Andrea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Her and Roxanne and oh, there she is. There's my sister.
Oh
yeah. Look at those beautiful eyes.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so there's my sister. Right when they say money will drive you out of your mind. That's great. Oh, there's Brent. That guy didn't last very long. He was like, oh, there's good still pause right there. So there's my sister.
Oh, that is good.
And Brent got fired for being like always late and like he's like, oh, I'm ironing my shirt. It's like, oh, come on, Brent. There's Stacy. Oh, I met her. I met Stacy. There's Donald Trump's signature that he just put on a bunch of executive stuff yesterday. So the host of The Apprentice that my sister was on, Donald J. Trump, there he is, the gold money clip or whatever on $1,000 bill. That's not real. There's no $1,000 bills, are there? Anyway, so there's no such thing as $1,000 bill, is there?
I don't know.
Not real? This note is legal tender. Wait.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is real.
How come in the movies they never use $1,000 bills?
Hmm.
How come it's always like stacks of hundreds? There's no such thing.
Oh, maybe they used to print them. Did they used to print them?
Cleveland? Oh, I see. 1934 $1,000 bill.
Oh, this is a collector's item.
Oh, so if Trump's got $1,000 bill and a money clip, that's some gangster shit right there, man. How does he have it? That's amazing. He has one. He has one of the official $1,000 bills just hanging out in his money clip. Yeah, good luck going to Walmart with that. You'll get arrested. Sorry, I got everything turned up so loud, Emery. My bad. But there's been stories of people like arrested at Walmart for trying to use like a $2 bill or like a Sacagawea coin or something that like your average
I used
employees
to use those when I was little. Yeah, like we had the like when I was little, it was the Susan B. Anthony. I used to use those a lot when I got like a Slurpee. I would always use those Susan B. Anthony coins because my grandparents used to give me those. And then the $50, those gigantic JFK, his head was on like those $50. I used to always get like a pretzel and a Slurpee.
That's a 50 cent. That's a 50 cent.
Yeah, 50 cent. We know.
That's so 50. That's so 50 cent.
And the original 50 cent is on Staten Island. Remember I told you about that. But yeah, I used to always put Susan B. Anthony.
The real 50 cent. No, 50 Cent the rapper.
The real 50.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's the $2 bill.
Oh, I actually had to spend it. I had a good one. It wasn't that old though, but I had a $2 bill recently in my pocket.
Oh, did you ever have like wheat pennies? Do you ever see like wheat pennies? They say those are worth more if you have like a penny, and they have like the little wheat. Yeah, my grandpa used to always like say to me, "Look at," he used to give me the pennies.
A really old Abraham.
There it is.
Yeah. No, I look on the back for this. If I see 1 cent, like if I see that, because obviously I'm on screen share this whole show. Sorry, everyone. I think I have to get a new webcam, but I appreciate Sam and Amory being on, and I was kind of doing the production.
Yeah. I hope you get a new webcam.
Oh, it's got a D on it, like DLAKE right there. You see that? You see this?
Oh, yeah.
Look for the D.
Even the new quarters, there was like, there was even things on the new quarters. They had mistakes and they were worth more too. I know they went they went to like 50 different quarters because there's one for every state, right? That's right. And there's like some mistake on the back of it. Like there was like a corn.
Which
and
one?
There was like an extra leaf. I think one of them had corn, and it had like an extra leaf or something, and it was worth like double the price.
Sorry, Emery, I'm seeing Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's the one. Wisconsin State, I think.
Had a misprint. What's the?
Yeah, see on the corn. Look at the corn cob up there.
What?
It was just right there. Let's see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth picture. See that extra leaf, or there's something on that leaf? Yeah, right there. It has an extra leaf, and that's worth more.
What do you mean extra leaf? Like this whole leaf, like corn doesn't grow with that leaf? Is that what it is?
Well, if you see that picture on the left, that one's worth more than the one on the right. It's supposed to look like the one on the right. See that little leaf? The one on the left is the mistake. Oh, it's supposed to be worth more.
So it's supposed to look like 2 leaves, not 1 leaf or something?
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I know that.
So is this it?
There it is.
Error.
Yeah. It's hard to see.
Yeah, I mean, and this is an extreme like close up with like some kind of digital thing. Digital Wisconsin error to watch for. Left is an example of the low leaf variety. Right image is an example of the high leaf variety. Both is the same area.
But if you're a cashier,
so basically, I see what you're saying, though. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No, Emery, that's ridiculous because if you do work there, you should have enough time to. I don't know if you do have enough time. Coins. No, but don't you have enough time to look at the coins?
Some people do.
And are you one of those people?
When I was little, I used to look like my grandparents used to always give me pennies and fill up this gigantic jar with pennies, and they would let me put them in the penny wrappers, and they would let me keep the money. We'd go to the bank. But then as I went through the pennies, they'd say, look for a wheat penny. And then if I found any, I would give them to my grandpa. But I used to always roll up the pennies and then take them to the bank. We didn't have Coinstar back then, so
No,
and then I got to keep.
Oh, Coinstar, where you just
We didn't
dump
have
everything in, and just gives you back some cash and a receipt. And the Coinstar is like, I found a wheat penny, thank you. You're like, motherfucker. They're like, here's $14 for $14,000 worth of coins that you just gave me. They're like,
Yeah,
Coinstar!
people don't.
Coinstar. I know, damn Coinstar. Google, not Summer Zervos, Coinstar.
Oh, and the other thing I saw, I don't know if you want to do science news, but there's a Trump moth. I could let me link it to you real fast.
Trump moth? A moth like moth broth sloth? Oh, is that the moth?
Oh, you found
Is this it?
it.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna link it
Where
to
was that? I just had it. What am I doing? Trump moth. Oh, there we go. Anne-Marie, I have it on screen share, but I'm just going to let you be the one to talk about this. I don't know the discovery and all the other stuff. Go ahead. You're on mute. Anne-Marie. Still on mute. I got to get off mute if you can hear me. Am I on mute? No. I'm on the page with the moth broth sloth of Donald Trump hair. Anne-Marie's still on mute, but I want to hear what she knows about this. Go ahead, Anne.
Okay. Here I linked the article to your Facebook. Okay, let me see.
Like on my Facebook
Okay,
or something?
It's a small moth with yellowish white coif. Is that how you say the hair? It's the coif of scales. It's actually scales, and it's dubbed Neopalpa Donald Trumpy and named after U.S. President Donald Trump. So that's why they named it after him.
This was just discovered and just named just recently. They just found this and just said it's called the Trump.
Yes.
Oh my God, no way. Are you serious?
This is our science news. It's a habitat in Southern California, DLAKE. You could go find this. You can have it like as a pet. And Mexico's Baja.
Southern California, I can find a moth that looks like a furry Donald Trump hair.
Yes, it says it was, and also Mexico's Baja California, and it was named by evolutionary biologist Vazrik Nazari in an article.
California is in my neighborhood. Okay.
Yes, and this is a new species, and and they named it after him because of that. Those scales look like his hair, and they have a picture of it too.
Oh, he's moving. He's on the move. Trump's hair is on the move.
That can't be it. Is that like?
That was like a moth with like weird hair that you say are scales. I mean, I don't know what to tell.
That's a caterpillar. That's a caterpillar. I don't know if that's the moth. That's the moth.
What? What are you talking about? What do caterpillars become, Anne-Marie? I mean, they become moths, right? What does it look like when it becomes a moth, though? That's just, it's a caterpillar, and it looks like Trump is a caterpillar. But then eventually it will cocoon, right? And then what does it come out looking like? Donald J. Trump. The Mothman. No, it's officially called the flannel moth caterpillar, I believe, according to this. I don't know. 20 things that look. Oh, you want to see?
I don't think that's it.
Do you want to see 20 things that look just like Donald Trump?
Go to your Facebook. You'll see that I linked you the article. It has a picture of the moth. It's got a picture of that. I'm interested in the 20 things too. We could check that out.
Oh, so that's
There
what
it
it looks like when it becomes a moth. Okay.
Yes.
It definitely looked more like Trump's hair as, in caterpillar form though, right?
That's true.
But now,
I didn't think about that.
But it's named, but this has been officially, it kind of looks, a little bit, I don't know if you have predator eyes and a weird mustache or something, but like,
oh, he could put on those U2 glasses, that Bono wears. They look like a bug. Those eyeglasses, those sunglasses Bono wears. He maybe look more like that.
Bono glasses. But I hear what you're saying, that the real story is in effect, and it's on routers. What you were saying is that the small moth with the yellowish white coif of scales has been named a coof. How did you say quaff?
I say quaff, but
I think maybe it's coof or yeah, I think it's quaff. No, I think you were right. Okay, so it has been named after U.S. President-elect Donald Trump in honor of the former reality. No, in honor of the fucking president, motherfucker. Well, this article came out on January 19th. Obviously, the moth was named before he was president. That's kind of how Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize. So that's great. Now, 20 things that look like Donald Trump. A little baby with a pancake on her head.
How cute. Oh, how adorable.
A troll doll.
A troll doll. Oh, they're everywhere now because of that movie Trolls.
He's like, dude, now that I'm the president, I have to avoid this ever happening again. I don't know what date that was, but that looks insane. A piece of sushi.
Oh, isn't that sashimi? That's really sashimi, isn't it?
Oh, sushimi. Or no, it says, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sushimi, raw fish, looks like a salmon piece, maybe.
It does. Oh, the corn. Those little hairs on the corn.
I'm seeing some similarities right there.
Yes, that's good. That's a good one.
Like I said, we need the strongest hairspray possible or something, because we cannot let this blow over happen again in the free world, right? This pinata,
he should have
looks like the pinata was specifically made to look like him, right? I mean, so of course he looks like it.
That hair looks like, that's not a good one.
This hair right here?
That looks like Conan O'Brien, kind of. He's got that little.
The best is when Kimmel, or no, it was Fallon, when Jimmy Fallon messed up his hair on that broadcast. That was great.
Yes. Oh, Alf. Oh my gosh.
I love Alf. Oh,
Me
he kind of
too.
looks like Alf. I never put that together, but maybe he does. Does he eat cat? Oh, he grabs him by the pussy. He grabs him by the pussy. Exactly. He is totally like Alf when you think about it. Wait, what is this window? Oh, I got multiple windows open, my bad. Okay, he looks like a dead palm frond.
Oh. That's too dry. I don't know. His hair doesn't look as dry as that palm.
They used the same picture, and Troll was way better, so that one should have been eliminated from the contest.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a construction worker. But they didn't even have the picture of him where he's wearing the hat. There was
a helmet hat. They say helmet hair.
He wore a safety helmet in multiple pictures, and they didn't even use it. It's ridiculous. This cat, what website is this? Smosh? You guys are doing a terrible job. A fucking canary? Okay, great. A wave. Oh, here it is. The flannel moth caterpillar. Yes, we agree. That's what got this started. He looks more like the flannel. He looks more like the flannel moth caterpillar than anything else on this page, except maybe this cat right here. And Amory, great report in Science News that he was actually named after the official. He named this moth and this caterpillar, even though it seems like it already had a name. But no, this moth is the one that's being named the Trump. So if you see one of these fuckers flying towards you, you're like, it's all cool. My cat's name is Trump. I have a cat named Donald. Well, his name's not Donald Trump. His name's just Trump. But I wish my camera worked.
I do too.
It might have been him or one of the other kittens that made it so it doesn't work anymore. I'm not really sure, but my cat's name is Trump, and he turns 1 year next month. So when you think about it, DLAKE, how did you know to name your cat Trump last February in 2016, and now it's 2017, and the cat's going to turn 1 year old, and it's like he was born on basically your birthday or like that night, like on the eve of your birthday, he was born, and like I'm like, dude, and I named him Trump, and Trump became president. I don't know. Basically, I called it a long time ago, and sometimes that's what the show is about.
Soon. Like February.
I try not to make such a big deal because, you know, sometimes I just, if my camera was on right now, this is what I would look like right here. An ear of corn. My hair's all fucked up. I don't even care. For some reason, I'm still wearing the glasses, but, you know, just how I get in the mood of the show. So
well,
great to be joined by Sam and Anne Marie. And what else we got, Anne? Go ahead.
Well, talking about a new year, I mean, we just had a new year, and you're talking about your cat Trump turning 1 year old pretty soon. It must be February 18th because that's the day before your birthday. There's Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is going to be next Saturday. So I don't know what it's going to be the year of. Usually it's a year of rat. I think this year's year of the rat, but
It's
Chinese
rat.
New Year.
No.
No, this year was the year of the rat.
No, we just covered
I think.
Okay. No, it's the year of the chicken?
I thought it's either a rat or a monkey.
No, I think it's a
This
chicken.
year. But what's next Saturday? What's the new year going to be? The Chinese New Year.
2017 Chinese New Year. Animal. Oh, January 28th. So you're saying it's coming up. And
Yeah,
I told you it's the chicken.
Oh, this Saturday's good. Well, yeah, I was the same. What was this past year? Was this past year? What was 2016? Was this the year of the rat or the monkey? Oh, the monkey. This year was the monkey, it says. It says it right there.
Yeah, it was monkey.
Okay. And this year is going to be the chicken. That's very good.
No, I know. I got that. Yeah, you didn't I show you the in China they have a gigantic Donald Trump chicken statue.
Oh, really?
Didn't I show you that?
I don't remember seeing that.
What? Chinese Donald Trump chicken. Images. There he is. He's outside the mall. Look how big he is. There's a person.
Or maybe I stepped out of the room. On a couple of these shows, I had to step out of the room for a few minutes and check on my son. Maybe you showed it then.
It's at a mall.
Oh my
It's at a
goodness.
mall. It's a chicken for the new year, and it's in the form of Donald J. Trump. It has hair like a caterpillar. You know what I'm saying? Like what we just talked about. It looks like 21 things. It looks like the moth. And there's the hair on a chicken because it's the Chinese New Year. Animal is apparently the chicken. I think.
Does he have his hands? Does that mean anything? He's got his one finger's pointing this way.
So hopefully he's doing his most famous hand gestures, a point and a.
Wow.
Even though it looks like they have it in the wrong hands, but could be reversed. It's funny because
chicken his eyebrows.
It's actually funny when you look at it because it might be funny when you look at it. I'm not sure because you see how the moth wave is going up because Trump's. I don't know. I mean, he parts his hair on one side, but he does a massive swoop. The whole thing is like a broomstick. It's like, I mean, should I be jealous? I wish maybe I had that much hair at 70. I'm not that old, but I mean, look at his hair. And the women are calling it a toupee and they're dissing him. And grabbing their vaginas. They grab their own vaginas in protest. It's weird. The F-bombs fly. We talked about that. They leave heaps of trash behind. That's not right. The Steelers NFL team hotel in Boston was evacuated at 3 a.m. after a hoax fire alarm. The president declares independence. I read that. It's pretty good. Peggy Noonan. She always got some shit to talk. He made small town America great again or matter again or something. And the inauguration's ratings were the second biggest in 36 years, likely highest ever when adding in online viewing. And I actually commented last night when they're like, Sean Spicer did his commentary, and he said the ratings for Trump, however, don't account for the increase in alternative methods of watching, such as streaming. Thanks, Bloomberg, for reporting that. Guess my online viewing wasn't fucking counted. What the fuck? Because I watched it online on my computer, and like, was my view counted? I'm not really sure. I was probably the only one, though. I said, pretty much sarcastically, and then my homie said, no, I watched it on my phone too. So I felt vindicated by that one. Oh, I also posted last night someone getting a live tattoo of Princess Leia. Carrie Fisher, the actress who portrayed Princess Leia, who we just recently lost in one of Sam's obituary columns. I'm sure we talked about it.
That's really cool.
And how do you feel, Amory, about the loss of Carrie Fisher? Because not only that, but her mom, who passed away just days after her, and then a movie has just recently come out, or maybe it was out before and I wasn't aware of it, but it just became more popular, where it's the two of them. And it's more like a documentary about like women in Hollywood or something like that. Or are you aware of that, Amory?
Oh, I didn't know. I'm not aware of that. But I am sad that she died. I mean, she was too young.
You posted that comedy thing.
Oh yeah, they were on Oprah. They did that Oprah. That was like when Oprah was on the air. Debbie Reynolds did that.
Oh, but then there was another thing that you posted. I thought I saw that it was like Princess Leia was Carrie Fisher had like a sort of a stand up or something.
Oh, that's right. She had a one-woman show. And she was touring.
one-woman show.
Yeah, and they had clips of that. It too. They showed clips of that.
I'm on one of my favorite websites right now, real quick. Roger Ebert, I Trust for Movies. Oh, Split got 3 stars. We need to see that. It's called. Let me see. Balder and Dash. That's just what we call this section. Wishful Drinking. Is that what the stand-up was called? Oh yeah, here it is. It's called Bright Lights. I don't know when I think that movie is older though. Princess Leia was still pretty young, right? With her mom.
Oh, they both look young in that picture.
Yeah, look at this picture. So they were both sort of like Broadway talents and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Lights. And Carrie Fisher and her mom, Debbie Reynolds, stand side by side on a red carpet. The occasion is the third auction of the items in Reynolds' awe-inspiring collection of Hollywood memorabilia. Ooh, what did she have? Did she have... I got the Millennium Falcon just at my house. A reporter asks, what... I don't know, what's your favorite... I got the Singing in the Rain umbrella. I don't know what she had, but a reporter asks, what is it that connects you two off the red carpet? Fisher answers, Carrie Fisher, who and her mom, who we recently lost, may they rest in peace. She answers, we are always on a red carpet. We have red carpets connecting our homes. That last part is an exaggeration, but only slightly. Fisher and Reynolds lived next door to one another for decades. They took their red carpet with them wherever they went. The blessing and curse of fame. This unique relationship is the subject of the movie. It's called Bright Lights, starring Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds, directed by Alexis Bloom and Fisher Stevens. It will be airing on HBO on Saturday night. From the post on January 6th, 2017. So this has just recently happened. It's only the 22nd. Donald J. Trump's second day in office. I mean, have you had a chance to see this yet, Anne-Marie? And if you haven't, are you interested in watching it?
Oh,
I was on
maybe.
you the whole time.
Oh,
Do you have any interest in this?
not really. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Are there any explosions? Does anyone die or get shot? No,
there's no Han Solo. I mean, that was.
Is Han Solo in the fucking movie? Is there any Chewbacca? Emery, reportedly there's no Chewbacca. There is a couple dance scenes maybe, or Debbie in this, sort of Rockettes type outfit. I'm not really sure where all that heads. I'm sure it's pretty good because Roger Ebert gives it 4 fucking stars. So, I mean,
she said in her book that she had a real life affair with Harrison Ford while they were filming it. She was 19 and he was 36. And he was married. And while they were filming, they had a real love affair, Harrison Ford and her.
Whoa.
It was real.
Star Wars. Wait a second. In Star Wars,
yes,
Harrison Ford was already 36 and Princess Leia was only 19. I don't know if that's right.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, and they had a real life affair, and she told him before she released the book.
Older than 19 in Star Wars.
She was only 19, and he responded lawyer, and joked about it, that he was okay with her releasing it, but she kept that secret for all these years that they had a real affair because he was married at the time. And Mark Hamill came over, she said, the next morning, like the morning after, and he saw that she obviously slept over, so it was like an open secret. Everybody knew that they had an affair while they were filming, and I could feel that passion and see that passion. I love that in Star Wars. I love Han Solo, and it seemed real.
Whoa. But you're saying that was in Star Wars, but then the script, they actually became closer in Empire Strikes Back. So what year are you saying that all this came out? Empire Strikes Back, when they had scenes where they had to sort of be romantic? Because Harrison Ford as Han Solo and Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, they had a couple scenes where they had to kiss and stuff in Empire. So you're saying it was part of the movie or it was extracurricular, and then Luke Skywalker, which isn't Luke Skywalker, it's fucking
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill seeing this at the time and saying, "Whoa, did Princess Leia just sleep over?" Or and so are you saying, was it because he was the brother in the movie? Or so basically what you're saying is Luke was in the friend zone, but he was in the brother zone. I mean, that's his sister. So, I mean.
Yeah, and he stayed in the friend zone. And she and Harrison Ford had chemistry even when they weren't kissing. And in the first movie, there was so much chemistry when they were together. I mean.
No, Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia kissed in the first movie.
But that was gross.
Yeah, because they're sisters. That was just like a. That was like a.
Yeah.
That was like a good luck.
He was sexy. Han Solo is like, oh.
Oh, Han Solo is like, yeah, French kiss. What? Hey, we're stuck on this ice planet. I mean, it's me and you on this ice planet. It's Empire Strikes Back. The Empire is striking back, and it's like. I go to Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back poster. I don't know, images. Oh, there they are. Solo and Leia.
Well, she said while they're filming, there's
But we didn't find out. We did not find out that. Oh, that's very romantic. We did not find out that Leia and Luke were brother and sister until Return of the Jedi. And we're talking about 3 movies that span from 1977 to 1983, about 3 years apart each one. So, I mean,
Well, she
all
said
this
while
more relevant as the episodes continued. And I mean, did you think that she had some jungle fever for Lando Calrissian is the question.
I think she had the hots for Harrison Ford. I mean, he's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dirty, rotten scoundrel. He's a scoundrel and, dirty nerf herder. And what about Chewbacca? How come Chewbacca never, had a love interest in the Star Wars movies at all? I mean, is that unfair to Chewbacca? How come we never saw a female Wookiee in any of Star Wars movies? I mean, maybe in the Christmas special or something. And Luke Skywalker was always like, he's just Luke Skywalker. I mean, he's got his own thing. Like, but how do you how do you think that the movies will proceed with Carrie Fisher, who portrays Princess Leia, now unfortunately deceased, may she rest in peace. But I mean, there's been a lot of talk about computer programming Leia.
Yeah, I know.
CGI,
I think he was talking about
CGI
that.
Princess, but CGI Princess Leia, Rogue One. Okay, so in Rogue One, she was actually computer enhanced while she was still alive to be a character that was in the movie. But now that she's actually passed away, can we continue to do this sort of thing?
Yeah, we'll have to see what they do.
I mean, did they take like an original and sort of CGI it? And now she looks. Does that look real, or does that look a little CGI?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to tell, right? So hard to tell. There's no way we can have another actress portray Princess Leia, right? There's only one Princess Leia, am I right? Or
right. Yes. Well, they do it now with concerts. Didn't they have Tupac or rap? They had like a hologram image of Tupac.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was cool. I mean, but a lot of people, man, that looks really like scary. He just rose up. That was the coolest YouTube video. I was like, whoa. And at the end, he kind of like, it like exploded. Like, they were going to do that with Michael Jackson. They were thinking of doing it with George Carlin, but they canceled it. No, they did do Michael Jackson. That's right. That didn't look very good. That's right.
I don't
that
know if
didn't
this
look
is
good.
concept art. It didn't look good?
But and they were going to do that with George Carlin.
I basically just put it in hologram concert to look for pictures. I don't know.
Good.
Oh, Tupac? I don't know what's real. I don't know what's Tupac.
He rapped with Snoop Dogg, I think. I think it's Snoop Dogg and Tupac, right? I think it was Snoop Dogg that rapped with him. It looked good. Did you see that? Have you watched this video?
Yeah, it does look like Snoop. Snoop and Tupac hologram?
Yeah, you got to watch this video. No. He rises up. I mean, it's really amazing the way they did it. I mean, this
I'm
was
just
a
looking
good
at the
one.
pictures right now, but you're telling me there's a video of like Snoop Dogg doing a rap concert with a hologram of Tupac?
At Coachella, yes. This is the one. You got to watch the video. It is so cool. I mean, it looks really good too.
I don't know if we'll get banned, but let's see videos. Hologram concert.
We could always. You can watch it after the show. We did do a great show today.
At Coachella, I'll just click the link just so people know that it's real what we're talking about. We're not just making this up. Okay, I'm Ray. There's a new movie coming out. Looks like it's called XXX, The Return of Andrew Page. I don't know. Oh, Ice Cube's in it. All the XXXs are there. It's going to be XXX times 2, which is like X's.
Extreme.
And like, I don't know.
Ultra extreme.
It's going to be so extreme.
X-rated.
This is some kind of hologram concert.
Yes, this is the beginning. See how he just rose up? You got to put it on like big screen. You got to make it full screen when he rises up like that because it's really cool.
I can't make it too. I can plus it, but if I go big screen, it won't show.
But watch him rise up.
If I go,
and this is a really good hologram. This hologram is really good. Sometimes holograms look fake.
Hologram? That's fucking. That's him.
I know it's a hologram of him. It looks real, and you can hear like when you hear the sound later, the crowd is going crazy. Snoop Dogg comes out. He's pacing. He's walking back and forth. I mean, they did a great job with this hologram. Look at him pacing back and forth. Look at him walking. It looks like he's alive.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
it's
it looks
Dr.
like
Dre.
Snoop Dogg
Oh,
and
just
Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I'm trying to.
but look at
I
his,
keep messing.
look at him walking around on the stage. They have it perfectly synced where he's walking around. It looks like he's there walking around. And they did a great job with this hologram.
You know what they did, right? They took like another dude doing all the motions, and then like CGI made him another character, like a video game. But how are they projecting it? How are they projecting it so dope? Like,
yeah,
that,
his feet are right on the stage.
If I was there, though, would I feel like he was right in front of me, or would I feel like it was a ghost image, or like?
Right, like could you see through him?
That's great.
I guess the lighting. You have to just get the lighting right and make it dark enough, or light him up from a certain area. But people were going nuts. They said that it felt like he was real. And then when Snoop comes out,
I mean, on video it looks dope as shit. But I mean, if I was sitting right there, though, would it be the same? What do you think?
The people there said that they felt like it was real. Like
they're like, he's on stage, and like pretty soon we could have all hologram concerts, or what? I mean, Jimi Hendrix, or what do you think's next? Elvis?
Yeah. I mean, but the hologram, like that Michael Jackson one, I forgot about that. That Michael Jackson one did not look good. They did not do a good job. It looked fake. He even looked fake. This Tupac one, he's walking around, his feet look like he's walking on the stage. I mean, it looks like him. I know what you're saying. It kind of looks.
I grew up with Captain EO. You know, remember that?
Yes, it's Disney.
Okay, wait, no, I want to see how it looks with when Snoop Dogg comes out on stage. This is a real person with a hologram. I mean, he kind of looks like he's glowing because he is a hologram, but I mean, he looks kind of lit up like he would be if he was right there, right? I mean, I see what you're saying about his feet. I see what you're saying about his feet, Emery, because it looks like. Because look at Snoop's shoes. I mean, if you're looking at just the shoes, I mean, you're like, look, they're both right there standing on the stage.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he's moving around. He really.
Wow, right?
This was amazing. When I saw this, when you watch it, like even the end, like when he comes up, like if you put this on big screen later and he rises up, it's like, oh my God, he's like rising up from the dead, and he looks like he's there, and his feet, his boots are right on the stage. They synced it perfect. And then, you know,
I mean, I definitely will give it to the syncing, like you say, because I mean, even like Snoop says something and then he like responds, and it's like totally right there. I brought this up earlier on the show. I don't know. I feel like I'm just sort of like playing stuff right now on LinkedIn. But did you see this part where like it was like Nancy Pelosi and like Chuck Schumer were like arguing over like who was gonna get what historical pen?
Oh,
and
my goodness.
Chuck Schumer like tried to trade in his Ben Carson pen for a different pen.
I did not see that.
Okay, I'm gonna just put this on. Emery, go to mute. I'm just gonna put this on. I gotta step away for 2 seconds. He's
Chuck,
good, man.
You're gonna put the cap on and you're gonna get your shirt still.
Oh, that's no, Emery. That's the part I commented on.
Paul Ryan, what he said? What did he say? Something about?
So Chuck just is like, Chuck Schumer was like, oh, I want that pen. I'll take that pen. Then when he was putting it in his pocket, Paul Ryan's like, Chuck, you got to put a cap on the pen, or you're gonna get ink stains like on your like shirt pocket.
He's looking out for Charles Schumer.
Yeah, no, you got to watch this. So Trump is signing. The granddaughters are giving him the next pen. There's Ivanka with her new baby back there and her husband Jared. There's our vice president Mike Pence, his wife Karen, who I was calling Judy the other day on the show. I apologize. Melania with Barron, Eric and his wife. I think her name is Tiffany. I could be wrong. No, Tiffany is the daughter. That's what's Eric's wife's name? Who cares? All right, here we go. I mean, she's great. She's from North Carolina. I know that part.
Oh yeah, I saw an interview with her. She seemed really nice.
Yeah, she's good. Jewel, Jay something.
Oh, it's loading. Your video is still loading.
What the fuck? Why is
Oh,
my...
his wife's name is Lara.
Oh yeah, Lara.
Lara.
Lara. I
Lara?
say Lara. Maybe Lara. Yeah, no, she's
Lara.
attractive. Like
Oh,
Tomb
you
Raider.
froze.
How come? Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I think you froze for a minute.
You can hear me, but why is my? But something is my video just doesn't want to play. Let me try to reload. I don't know. We're still on air, I believe. We have one viewer. Hey, whoever you are watching right now, you're a fucking beast. Beast.
Thank you for watching.
A beast. Oh, she says thank you for watching. Thank you, beast. Thank you, beast, for watching. There's no internet. How am I broadcasting if there's no internet connection, YouTube?
Maybe we should end the show here. We've been doing good.
Is this a problem? I mean, are people? How can people see my page that says there's no internet connection if I'm still broadcasting? Thank you. Maybe they couldn't, Amory, if there was a break in transmission.